This is a crash-damaged Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. And this is exactly how they brought this SVJ back to life.
Here we are at Copart to collect the most expensive car I've ever bought.
They began at the rear. The exhaust system had been loosely fitted, so it all had to come off. The hangers were transferred onto a new Valvetronic exhaust system. Everything aligned properly. Heat shielding installed and secured with V-band clamps. Even with that installed, the car still was not healthy. The SVJ was stuck in limp mode. Before attempting a proper start, they drained all the oil. This V12 uses a baffled system with multiple sump plugs to prevent oil starvation under hard driving. So they removed every plug and drained it completely. Fresh, genuine Lamborghini oil filter was installed. All sump plugs were reinstalled. 13 liters of fresh oil were added. A new battery was fitted. They cleared the fault codes. Moment of truth. The V12 fired up, loud, aggressive, alive. And for the first time since the crash, it revved freely. Limp mode was gone, but that was just the beginning. Underneath the car, they found something serious. The gearbox mount was completely broken. On the SVJ, this mount is unique because of the gearbox orientation. Without it, the drivetrain is not properly supported. They installed a brand new mount and secured it directly to the carbon tub. That fixed the alignment issue. Next, they addressed the rear frame. The frame supporting the rear lights and wing was cracked, so it had to be replaced completely. Once everything was transferred over and secured, they reinstalled the rear crash bar. The rear structure was finally solid again. At the front, several aluminum structural bars were bent from the crash. These bars bolt directly to the carbon chassis. If they did not line up, it would mean chassis damage. One by one, they replaced them. Thankfully, every mounting point lined up perfectly. The carbon tub was straight. Brake cooling ducts were replaced. Damaged brackets were repaired and refinished. Structurally, the front end was saved. Then they encountered an electrical issue. The passenger door would not open properly. The window would not drop, which meant the frameless glass was catching on the seal. They checked the fuses. Power was present. The motor worked. That left one likely cause: the door control module. They replaced it, reinstalled everything, and tested it again. The window dropped perfectly. The door aligned correctly. Another problem solved. But the biggest issue was still ahead. On the dyno, the car refused to go past 60 miles per hour. No matter what they tried, it would not exceed that limit. A diagnostic scan revealed a rear wheel steering communication fault. The SVJ uses active rear steering to improve stability and agility. If the system fails, the car limits speed for safety. Power and ground were present at the module, so the issue had to be signal wiring or internal motor failure. They traced the wiring loom. Hidden inside were damaged signal wires. They repaired and soldered them. Communication was restored, but there was more. Inside the rear steering motor, a shaft was bent, physically preventing full movement. A replacement module would not code properly due to part number mismatch. So instead of replacing both expensive modules, they took a smarter approach. They disassembled both units. They kept the coded electronics from the original unit and combined them with the mechanically healthy replacement. They reinstalled everything, cleared the faults, no warning lights, rear wheel steering fully operational. And just like that, the 60 miles per hour limiter was gone. During inspection, they noticed fluid on the rear shock absorber. It was leaking.
On this side, put your hand there and there, full of oil.
Oh, what, the actual shock absorber?
Yeah.
You're joking. I bet that's well expensive as well.
Yeah. Do you know what, I had that shock absorber off as well, but I didn't really look at it. I just took it off and put it back on.
Yeah, it's leaked oil. If you put your hand on here,
yeah, I can feel it's wet. Yeah,
it's all wet, look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
On a car like this, a failed shock compromises stability. So they replaced the entire rear shock unit. 2 bolts and an electrical connector later, the suspension was restored. Now the mechanical side was finally complete. It was time to reassemble the car. They installed the wings, aligned the bonnet, mounted the mirrors, fitted the rear quarters, secured the engine cover, installed the front bumper, and reconnected the active aerodynamic flaps. Mounted the splitter, installed the carbon center sections, fitted the rear bumper, tested the rear lights, installed the under trays for aerodynamic efficiency, secured the side skirts, every panel aligned correctly. They refinished and mounted the X-brace, installed the rear wing, applied the badges. Step by step, the broken SVJ disappeared and the supercar returned. This car started with bent structural components, a broken gearbox mount, oil system issues, rear steering failure, electrical faults, leaking suspension, and damaged aerodynamic parts. Now it has a fully rebuilt structure, healthy V12 performance, working rear-wheel steering, restored suspension, a complete aerodynamic system, and a fully reassembled body, from crash-damaged to road-ready. They did not part it out. They rebuilt it and brought this Lamborghini Aventador SVJ back to life.
Looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm a bit emotional because that is like, this is probably one of the best looking cars we've actually ever done, and we've done it in such speed as well. We've done it so fast. That is like, that's what a Lamborghini should look like.